Hello, dear students. Good morning. I am here Lalit Kumar P. Bhaiya, Associate Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department, Bharati College of Engineering and Technology, Durg. Dear friends, in last video, that is in video number 32, we have studied about D to A converters and A to D converters. That was a very important part of your syllabus, analog electronics and instrumentation. Today, before going to this instrumentation system, as I have told in the last video, that we will see next the instrumentation system. Before going to the instrumentation system, the one more part is remaining, that is oscillators. That we will see today in this video. Oscillator. So today's topic of discussion is the oscillator. This video is dedicated on the topic oscillators, which is one of the remaining part of your syllabus. And after this oscillators completion, we will go for the instrumentation. Right? Then we will move to the study of the oscillators. What we will discuss? Oscillator. What is the oscillator? That is introduction of the oscillator. What are the different types of the oscillator? Particularly, we will go through the linear oscillators, in which Venn bridge oscillator, RC phase shift oscillator and LC oscillators we will see. And then stability with respect to the oscillators. First, before going to the oscillators, we will see what is the first oscillations. Oscillation, an effect that repeatedly and regularly fluctuates about the mean value. In simple way, I can say, you have seen the sinusoidal waveform. Sinusoidal waveform is nothing but the oscillations, sine wave oscillations, positive half cycle and negative half cycle, then again it will repeat positive and negative, and again after a cycle it will repeat. These are called as oscillations. Similar type of more number of oscillations are there. So what is oscillation? Oscillation is an effect that repeatedly and regularly obtained about its mean value. And the circuit that produces the oscillation is called as an oscillator. So oscillator is a circuit that produces the oscillation, and oscillation is an effect in that the cycle is repeated about its mean position. Then we will go for the characteristics, shape of the wave of the oscillations, what is the frequency and time of the oscillations, amplitude of the oscillations, is there any distortions in the oscillations, and what is the stability of the oscillations. These are the characteristics which we want to see in the oscillators. Later on, what are the applications of the oscillators? That is also important. Oscillators are used to generate signals. For example, use a local oscillator to transform the RF signal to IF signal in a receiver. RF signal are the radio frequency signals, while IF signals are the intermediate frequency signals. In transmitter and receiver, we require these oscillators. Used to local oscillator to transform the RF signal to IF signal in a receiver. Used to generate the RF carrier in a transmitter. Radio frequency carriers, for the generation of the radio frequency carriers in a transmitter it is used. used to generate the clocks in digital system. In very simple example, we can also see the oscillations in the clock, digital clock, that requires the crystal oscillator. So oscillator is also used in the clocks to produce the clock pulses, to generate the clocks. Use a sweep circuits in television sets and CRO. These are also a very important role played by the oscillator in televisions. We have the TV receivers. So in TV sets, TV receiver sets, we use the sweep circuits that uses the oscillators. In CRO, also use the oscillators to produce the certain waveforms, different types of waveforms. So these are the various applications of the oscillators. Then there are three types of the linear oscillators which are used. One is the Wien bridge oscillators. Another is the RC phase shift oscillators. Third one is the LC oscillators. And later on we will go for the stability of the oscillators. Here you can see the block diagram of the linear oscillator, where you have the amplifier having a gain A, and here it is a frequency selective feedback network with a feedback factor beta, and this forms the closed loop. Output of the amplifier is taken here, and sample of the output is also applied to the feedback network, and the sample from the feedback network of the output is the VF, and this VF is applied to the input summing amplifier. This is the input voltage, source voltage, and here you will get the error voltage from these two. And the very important is that unlike the amplifier, closed loop amplifier, we use here positive feedback. In amplifiers we use the negative feedback, while in this oscillator we use the positive feedback. Oscillator always needs the positive feedback. Vs minus Vf used in amplifier, while Vs plus Vf is equal to error voltage used in oscillators. Positive feedback. This is very important. For sinusoidal input is connected linear because the output is approximately sinusoidal. That's why linear word used here for the oscillators. So for the sinusoidal input, if connected to the here, then linear output is produced, that is also a sinusoidal. Some oscillators does not require the input, like astable multivibrators that will produce the automatically output. A linear oscillator contains a frequency selection feedback network, an amplifier to maintain the loop gain of unity. We require certain criteria for the oscillators, that loop gain, that is A into beta, should be equal to or greater than 1. So loop gain, to maintain the loop gain unity, we use the amplifier. Also, we need the frequency selective network, that is feedback network, in the oscillator. So this is amplifier and this is feedback network. You can see this diagram. This is the basic linear oscillator. Same diagram is repeated here with a gain, amplifier gain as a function of frequency, and frequency selective network having a feedback factor beta as a function of frequency. Output V0, input Vs, and feedback voltage is Vf, while error voltage is Ve. This is positive feedback. This V0 can be written as V0 is equal to A into Ve. This A into Ve is equal to V0, amplifier output. And this is A is equal A into Ve is nothing but Vs plus Vf. and again Vf is equal to beta times V naught. This is the output, and this is output is the input to this network, feedback network. So Vf is the output of the feedback network. Vf is equal to beta times V naught. You can put the value of Vf here, beta times V naught. So you will get the overall gain of the feedback network, V naught of this overall gain of the. So here V naught upon Vs is equal to A upon 1 minus A beta. In oscillator this negative sign appears, while in case of the amplifier, that is in case of negative feedback, we have A upon 1 plus A beta. So for amplifier with negative feedback, this V naught upon Vs is equal to A upon 1 plus A beta, while in case of this oscillator with positive feedback, V naught upon Vs is equal to A upon 1 minus A beta. If Vs is equal to 0, the only way that V naught can be non-zero is that loop gain A beta is equal to 1. So if Vs is equal to 0, then to have the output non-zero, we require A beta is equal to 1. Because if we put A beta is equal to 1 here, so 1 minus 1 equal to 0, this will become infinite. Then you will get the output continue. And the angle between this loop, around the loop, phase shift around the loop will be A beta, angle of A beta is equal to 0. So these two criteria should be maintained. And these criteria are called as the Barkhasan criteria of the oscillator. So dear friends, you must know these things. What is Barkhasan criteria of the oscillator? These two things, magnitude of A beta is equal to 1 and angle of A beta is equal to 0 is the Barkhasan criteria for the oscillator. This is very important. So to design the oscillator, we need these two conditions should be satisfied. These are called as the Barkhasan criteria of the oscillator. So this is basic fundamentals of the linear oscillator which we have seen. Number 1, positive feedback. Number 2, loop around the angle around the loop should be equal to 0. And third one, loop gain A beta should be equal to 1. Then the first oscillator which we will see is the Wien bridge oscillator. This is widely used oscillator also. Wien bridge oscillator to produce the oscillations. Here you can see this is the frequency selective network, that is feedback network used in the oscillators. Two impedances are used here. R1 C1 forms the impedance Z1, and this is in parallel R2 C2 forms the impedance Z2. So here we apply the input here and we will get the output from this feedback network. This is called as frequency selective network. Two RC networks are used. One R1 C1 is in series and another R2 C2 is in parallel, and the connection is like shown here. The reactance of the capacitors are XC1 is equal to 1 upon omega C1 and XC2 is equal to 1 upon omega C2. And Z1 is equal to R1 minus JXC1 and Z2 is equal to 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon minus JXC2. Inverse, that is 1 upon 1 by R2 plus 1 by minus JXC2. You can see this is 1 upon inverse. So this can be calculated like this. Therefore, feedback factor beta is equal to output of this network upon input of this network. That is V0 upon Vi. This is the feedback factor of this frequency selective network. And this is equal to Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. You can put the value Z1 and Z2 here and calculate this value with the help of the reactances. So this feedback factor come to be like this. Beta is equal to R2 into XC2 upon R1 into XC2 plus R2 into XC1 plus R2 into XC2 plus J into bracket R1 into R2 minus XC1 into XC2. Now, once you get this feedback factor, that is beta, come to the Barkhasan criteria. For Barkhasan criteria, make this imaginary part equal to 0. This part you can put equal to 0. R1 into R2 minus XC1 into XC2 is equal to 0. Or you will get here R1 into R2 is equal to 1 upon omega C1 into 1 upon omega C2. XC1 is nothing but 1 upon omega C1. XC2 is 1 upon omega C2. So here you will get omega is equal to 1 upon square root R1 into R2 into C1 into C2. This formula is also important. Let put here R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, and capacitor value is also same. That means XC1 is equal to XC2 is equal to XC. Then beta factor will be like this. R into XC upon 3R into XC plus J into bracket R square minus XC square. By setting omega is equal to RC, that means R1 is equal to R2 and C1 is equal to C2 into C is equal to C. Then we get imaginary part equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1 by 3 here. Here if we put imaginary part equal to 0, R square minus XC square is equal to 0, you will get beta is equal to 1 by 3. Due to Barkhasan criterion, loop gain AV into beta is equal to 1, where A is the gain of the amplifier and beta is the feedback factor. So you can put here A is 1, A beta is equal to 1. So AV is equal to 3 here. So 3 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. This is the non-inverting amplifier. So AF is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. Therefore, RF by R1 is equal to 2. You can get RF by R1 is equal to 2 here. So this is the circuit diagram. For the oscillator, now you can see properly. This is feedback network shown here, RC, because both R1 and R2 are considered same and C1 and C2 are considered same, Z1, Z2. This is a feedback network which is connected to non-inverting terminal, and this is operational amplifier with negative feedback RF and R1. So this feedback for the amplifier is negative, but for this amplifier through this feedback network is positive. So this type you can study the Wien bridge oscillator. Later on we will go for the RC phase shift oscillator. In RC phase shift oscillator, you can see 3 RC networks are used. This is one RC network, this is another RC network, and this is third RC network. Each RC network will provide 60-degree phase shift. So total phase shift by this RC network will be 180 degree. And the 180 degree will be provided by this amplifier. So around the loop, total phase shift will be equal to 0. This is one condition of the Barkhasan criteria. A beta, angle of A beta should be equal to 0. So total phase shift around the loop will be equal to 0. 180 degree by this 3 RC network and 180 degree by this amplifier. So 360 degree phase shift or 0 degree phase shift by the RC phase shift oscillator. And the gain of the amplifier is RF. and R1. These components will provide the gain of the amplifier. So this circuit diagram is of RC phase shift oscillator. Using an inverting amplifier, the additional 180 degree phase shift is provided by an RC phase shift network. You can see, apply the KVL to the phase shift network. We have here it is shown current I1, current I2 and current I3. And you can calculate for I3 so that you can get the output. V0 is equal to I3 into R. So here I is equal to I1 into R minus JXC minus I2 into R from the first circuit. I0 is equal to minus I1 into R plus I2 into twice R minus JXC minus I3 into R. And third equation 0 is equal to minus I2 into R plus I3 into 2R minus JXC. You can just write the KVL around this three loop, for this loop, for this loop and for this loop. You will get these three equations. And by matrix method you can solve for the I3. This is the first coefficient matrix. Depending upon this matrix, you can calculate for I3 and then calculate the value of I3 as shown. So here the output voltage is I3 into R. Later on you can calculate this I3 into R. And the phase shift network will give the feedback factor beta is equal to V0 upon Vi. So you can calculate this value. And for 180 degree phase shift, the imaginary part is equal to 0. You can make this part is equal to 0. So you will get here omega is equal to 1 upon root 6 into RC. This is the one important formula for the RC phase shift oscillator. And beta is equal to minus 1 by 29 feedback factor. So these two formulas are important for the RC phase shift network. You have to show that this 2 pi f or f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi root 6 into RC and beta is equal to minus 1 by 29. The negative sign means the phase inversion from the voltage. This is the diagram for the LC oscillators. In next one more video, we will go for the LC oscillators. Now we will stop here. These two oscillators we have seen, Wien bridge oscillator and RC phase shift oscillator, their formula for frequency, feedback factor, loop gain, etc. and detailed study of these two oscillators. Next time we will go for the another oscillators called as the LC oscillators. Thank you very much for listening this video. Thanks a lot.